But before we can justify what kind of level that you are talking about, we need to investigate and understand about the description of the data. And therefore, I'm going to use the descriptive statistic to look into the salary, to understand how the salary is being performed. So in this idea, I can see here 3,311 ringgit. So the standard deviation will be 400. So that's mean I'm going to create something like this. Okay, the mean is 3.3k, and then the upper value will be plus minus 450 lah, let's say. Okay, so that's mean the most one that will be skewed to our right will be 3,750, correct? And then the least one will be 3,300 minus 450. What you got? You got 2,950. So you got 2,950. So this is our range that we are trying to study, you know. So I'm going to make 3 groups. The first group will be less than 2,950. The second group will be 2,950 until 3,300. And then the third one will be more than 3,300. So this is the idea, the additional idea. If you are looking into clustering or dividing your groups into a good manner, so you must have some justification. So in my idea, for the salary, I'm going to justify based on the mean and standard deviation because the data is normal tabulation. Okay, now let us do to make this one being categorized. So how to do that? I already explained to you before, right? We go to transform and go to the recode. Correct. Recode into different variable because we want to teach the computer. Hey computer, we got this numeric value. You please transform this value into a group. What kind of group that you are talking about? Never mind computer, I'm going to teach you. And therefore we teach the computer. We put the salary inside the variable box and then we put name for our new variable which is the salary dot cat. You want to put salary dot dog, salary dot fish also can, up to you. Okay, cat means that categorical lah. Okay, after that you click the old and new values. So I'm going to play with the range, you know, range. So I'm going to play with the range. So I'm going to click here range. I'm going to put here 0 until 2,950. 2,950 is my first group. And I'm going to teach the computer whoever that you read inside the 0 until 2,950, please consider them as a group. Very good. And then the next group, I'm going to teach the computer. If you see anybody who got this salary, 2,950.01, to make it more precise, please also indicate more than 2,950.01 until 3,300, correct? This one, I'm going to teach you, hi computer, to make this one as a group. True. And then you click the add button. It will produce something like this. And the last one but not least, I'm going to teach the computer whoever got 3,300.01 until what? Until 300,000. This one I'm going to categorize them as a group 3. Because we know that the maximum value is only 4,000 something, kan? So we just trick the computer. But this is computer mah. He will know whatever we ask them to do. And then you click the continue button. So far so good. You follow or not follow? Follow. You want to put 3,300.01 until 5,000 also can because the maximum will not reach 5,000. And then you click continue button and you click OK. After you hit the OK button, automatically this is what being produced in your group. You got the salary cat between 3 to 1 numbers. But this one, pardon? You cannot click OK button because you don't click the change button before. You must click the change button first after you rename it into salary.doc just now. Okay, after that, please remember to rename your value. And then go to your variable view and rename your value accordingly. So we got the 3 value here, correct? So the first value we are going to teach the computer. This one is 2950 less than. The number 2 will be 2950 until 3300, correct? And then the third group will be more than 3300. This is just to make sure that the computer are going to give you something like this, in a categorical form. Okay, you see? And then yeah, shark do 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 do, shark do 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 do, baby shark. Okay. So now we are going to make a comparison. What kind of comparison that I'm planning to do? Actually, I have this kind of idea. I want to understand about the B total. B total is about the awareness. So I have a perception. Oh, is there any difference between those who get higher salary with the awareness and those who are get not very high? 2950 we say still high lah, but not very high lah. 3300 also is not very high, but we can consider it's high also. Whatever it is, it's just a mathematical number. We want to understand about the cluster, the group of the people who obtain this kind of salary. What is their level of the level of the awareness? Awareness about lung cancer. So how we want to analyze? Go to analyze, compare mean, one-way ANOVA. After you click one-way ANOVA, please reset first the button. Reset first the button. After you reset the button, then you put your DV. You put your DV inside the dependent list box, and then you put your IV. Where is your IV? Salary.cat. IV or the variables are pembeli upah. Don't forget. Okay, this one is your salary.cat. Put inside the factor. Jangan masukkan yang factor ni selain daripada categorical group. Only category put inside the factor. Understand or not? Because this one is ANOVA, comparing between the factor, which is the group is more than 2. Go to the post hoc, tick for the Turkey, continue, go to the option, tick for the description, homogeneity of variance and means plot, and then proceed with the continue button, and then click OK. Okay, you follow or not follow? Not follow. Okay, I made a repetition. Go to the analyze, go to the compare mean, one-way ANOVA. So far so good. And then proceed with your DV. What is your DV? Salary, salary pula. B total lah kan? B total is the same thing. Masuk dalam dependent list. And then what is your factor? Salah. Salary.cat. That is more correct. Alright. And then put inside the factor here. After that? Yes. Go to the post hoc, request for Turkey. And then click OK. Continue. And then proceed with the option radio button. You click the option already? Okay, tick for descriptive, homogeneity of variance and means plot. Ready? After that, click continue and then click OK. After you click OK, this is what will be come out inside our data. Okay, now it's much more beautiful, right? Because it contains lots of information that we can see. So the first one, whoever got 2,950 ringgit are less than only 2 people lah got this thing. So that means most of you are rich enough lah. Kan? Most of you are so well paid lah. I would say well paid lah. Okay, and then the first thing that we need to see is the test for homogeneity of variance is more than or less than alpha. More than, and therefore we want to reject. Oh, sorry. This one means that we can proceed. Yes, we can proceed with our ANOVA. And then we can focus with our F table or ANOVA table. So we are looking into our significant level. P is equal 0.312 is more than or less than? More than alpha, fail to reject null hypothesis. Then what is your conclusion? There is no significant difference of the level of awareness among among salary group of the respondent at the point level of significance 0.05. That means if you got paid less than 2009 something, and then if you got paid 2009 to 3000, or you get paid more than that also, that does not affect your level of knowledge. Not knowledge lah, level of awareness. That means your awareness level are the same. So another words or another explanation also will be like this. People will ask, oh, I do not have enough money. I do not have good salary, and therefore I'm not aware. So by looking into this statistical value, you cannot say like that, because whatever it is that being clustered into your specific group, it shows that there is no difference. Even you are saying that you are well paid also, you give a similar result with those who are suam paid. That's mean the idea of looking into the factors. So why we do all these things? We do all these things to investigate the factor. If we find out that this one is differ, so this one are going to move on into the third hypothesis or the third objective, which is we want to identify you are already different and are you associate? You are already different, are you correlate? You got what I mean? After kita dah buat all these things dalam kita punya different test, kita dapati dia berbeza. Then you can proceed those who are differ to each of the factors that you investigated into the next step, which is you are trying to look into their correlation or association. That's all for the ANOVA. Any question, member of the floor? So after that, you can see there is some explanation regarding this thing. And then you can also see another explanation. And then you can see another example here. You can do some exercise. And this is how you want to tabulate or discuss or present your data so that the people will understand here about your N, mean, standard deviation, F, and P. So don't forget about the interpretation way. So this is about the hypothesis, non-alternative, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we finished already about our ANOVA. So far, so good or not so good?